Be brave and explore the day. Hi, this is Kalpana Reddy from Krishi High School. Today I'm here to discuss about class 6 chapter 5, that is Penagolu, a village on the hills. So children, already we have learned and we have started the journey also. We are in the middle of the journey, isn't it? So as we have started the journey from Vadidedu Mandal and we have reached to the destination, that is Penagolu village. So let's see what type of, like I mean to say, crops they grow, occupations they follow, what type of customs they follow, etc. So shall we start the class, children? Okay. So before moving into the class, I would like to wish you all a happy and a healthy morning, children. So stay safe, stay home. Okay. So as I said, so chapter 5, Penagolu, a village on the hills, part 2. So here we go, children. Yeah. So like firstly we learn about the, I mean to say, cultivation, what type of cultivation they do, or like what type of crops they grow, and what type of occupation they follow, right, children? So here we'll start the lesson. So as I have shared in the image, children, you can see that the people are clearing the forest, isn't it? The people are clearing the forest, and you can see they are burning it after clearing it, and after that they have started sowing the seeds, isn't it, children? So here the people in the like I meant to say Penagolu, they follow the type of cultivation called as Poddu farming. It is a traditional form of farming, children, mostly followed in the hilly regions. Okay. So and this is also followed in the nearby states like Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Arunachal Pradesh, even in America also. So what is this called? This is called as Poddu farming. It's a very traditional form of farming. So what exactly it is? So how the process go on? So let's discuss. Fine. So firstly, here the people, what they do is they will, as we know that they will they like they are placed at hilly regions, isn't it? So it's the region which is covered with thick forest. So what they do, they will first clear off the forest. Okay, they will cut the trees, they will clear off the forest, a patch of land they will select, and then they will clear there. Okay, children. And after that what they will do is, um, whatever the, like I mean, so they have cut the trees and all the logs, they will keep it aside. Okay, the logs they will keep it aside and they will burn it. Okay, fine, children. And after that they will plow the lands, they will plow the that patch of land. Okay, children. And in the image you can see like how they are sowing the seeds. Okay, and how they have burnt, and everything I have shown in the image very clearly, right, children? Okay. So what they will do, they will plow, they'll start plowing the land and they will sow the seeds. But here what is the twist means, they will not use any kind of advanced technology, because they believe that once if they plow the lands with the tools, or if they use any kind of fertilizers, so they will not, it will like I mean to say, uh, it will decrease the fertility of land. Or it they believe that if they use the like I mean to say this type of advanced technique or the fertilizer, it will loosen the soil. And once if it is loosened, and if the area, or if that patch of land, or if that region, it receives heavy rainfall, so the top layer of the soil will washed away, so which is which contains the high fertility. Okay, children, which contains the high fertility. So again I'll repeat, they will not use any kind of advanced technology or fertilizer, because they believe that if they plow the land again and again, and if they use the fertilizers, so it will loosen the soil, and which again result into the decrease of fertility in it. Okay, so what they will do, just they will take the sticks type and they will plow the land and they will sow the seeds, children. Okay, and what they will do to avoid the runoff, top layer of soil. Okay, so what they will do, as in the previous slide I have explained, that they will burn the wood logs, isn't it? They will burn the wood logs after cutting. So whatever the ash, they collect from it, they get out of it. So that ash they will sprinkle on the fields, they will sprinkle on the fields. Is that clear to you, children? So why? Because they believe that, again they believe that if they get a heavy rainfall, and if due to which the if the top layer of it will wash away, the soil which remains back will be tight and contain fertility. That means ash will wash it away, okay, and the soil will remain there itself. So they believe that and they follow this procedure, children. Okay, understood? So you can just see the images also, how beautiful it is. Okay, and here you can see the, like I mean to say, honeybee. Okay, children, fine. Okay, so like what type of crops they grow here again? Okay, now we have learned that like means to they follow the Puddu form of farming, isn't it, children? But like what type of crops they grow there? They grow crops like jawar, maize, red grams, brinjal, and gongura also, and red chilies also. Right, children? I repeat again. They'll grow the crops such as jawar, maize, red grams, brinjal, gongura, and red chilies also. Okay, fine. Till here, everything is clear. Now, what about, okay, so we know that the thing is, we know that like they'll do the cultivation for 6 months. Okay, first what they will do, in the month of December they will clear off the forest. Okay, in the month of December they will clear off the forest, and in month of March and April they will burn the wood logs, and they will keep the ash aside, and in the month of June they'll start growing the crops. Okay, fine, everything is fine, they'll grow the crops for the 6 months. So what about the other 6 months? What they will do in the other 6 months? It's not that every time they will cultivating the crops, because if they cultivate the crops repeatedly, the soil will lose its fertility, isn't it? And one more thing I forgot to explain you, that in Poddo farming they'll grow the crops, they will clear the patch of land, and they will grow there for 1 or 2 years in the same field, and after that they'll leave that patch of land and they'll move to somewhere else. Okay, and again they will there clear the land, and again they'll start the cultivation. So they will not continue in the same piece of land, children. They will move, they will keep on shifting. It is also called as shift cultivation. Understood? Why? Because if they repeatedly use the same patch of land, or the land piece of land, so if it will lose its fertility. Understood, children? So to maintain that, what they will do, simply they will rotate. So just for 2 years they will cultivate in one piece of land, then again they will move, then again they will, after 3-4 years, again they will come back, like that they will keep on shifting. Understood, children? Okay, so as I said, they will grow the crops. Now, what about the other 6 months? The other 6 months, they will collect the honey from the in this thing, and they will collect. They will get the Ayurvedic items. Generally, the forest means we will get many Ayurvedic plants, herbs, and shrubs, isn't it, children? So what they will do? They will collect that also. They will collect soap nuts. Soap nuts means, you know, na kunkudukai, and animals. They will hunt the animals, and the same they will sell it in the market. What they will do? The same they will sell it in the market. So what happened, children? Sometimes, so why they go for this alternate? Because every time they can't grow the crops. Okay, so they will move to this type of occupation also for the next 6 months. Okay, children, understood? Understood or not? They will sell the same thing what they have collected from the forest, like honey, or I mean to say Ayurvedic items, or the animals what they have hunted. They will sell it in the santa. They will sell it in the santa. So over of period, over a period of time, the soil loses its fertility. So results no produce. So it will result into no produce and less produce, and sometimes they'll remain starving for months together, children. So because of this, what they will do, just to find some other alternate, they will switch on to the hunting and collecting the Ayurvedics, as well as like a honey and soap nuts, and they will sell the same thing in the market. I'll just share the image for you, children. Yeah, I'll just show you. Yeah, so here you can see, right? Yeah, and here you can see the soap nuts, and the Santa market. Every week in Suraram also will have na market. In the same way, there also to the near in the nearby villages, they will have this and they will go and select the same there and they will earn their livelihood. Fine. If you see here, the shelters, the type of shelters, just keenly observe children, the type of shelters, huts, and you can see the bamboo sticks. Okay, they'll make a fencing. Like how we'll have a compound wall to our houses, in the same way for their houses they will make a like fencing with a bamboo sticks. Okay children, so here you can see this one. So in the backyard, so how we have back balconies in our houses, so in the same way here also people, they will in the backyards they will maintain a kitchen garden, they will maintain a kitchen garden. Understood children? There they will grow all the like brinjal, chilies, etc. in their kitchen garden and they will use it for their own consumption or else if to sell it in the market children. And apart from that, kitchen garden means backside of their house, so they generally will have some open place, isn't it? So they will use it for the growing plants. Okay children, here also, so that is suggested, isn't it, for go green and all. So we have to plant tree in our compound walls also. Yes, yes or no children? So that is what they will also do. They will maintain a kitchen garden for, and they will produce some vegetables for their own consumption or to sell it in the market. So apart from this, what they will do, they will also rear the animals. So as I've shared in the image, and you can see here bamboo shoots, isn't it? Bamboo shoots. So what they will do with this means, the bamboo shoots they'll take out from the bushes, bamboo bushes, and they will cook it. Okay, and and the rest of the parts they will use it for make the fencing. They will use it for make the fencing or for constructing the houses and even for weaving the baskets. Okay children, so they'll make multiple use of this bamboo. And not only that, they'll also supply bamboo to the paper merchant. You know that we'll use the bamboos for making papers. Okay, in the factories we'll use bamboos for making papers. So these villages, what they will do, they supply to earn their livelihood when they don't grow the crops, when they don't have any alternate, when they don't find any animals to hunt and all. So what they will do, they will supply the bamboo to the paper agent, to the paper mill factories. Okay children, and out of that also they will earn the money, right? Here you can see weaving the baskets, making I mean to say constructing house or like fencing and all. Here they're supplying the bamboo to the paper mills, isn't it? Paper factory for making papers. Okay, so they'll get means a paper agent will be there. He'll approach to the villages. So a group of section of people, they will supply. They'll agree for that and they will supply it. Okay, children. Out of that they'll make money, right? Yeah. Yes. Here you can see the Ayurvedic items. Yes. Here you can see the Ayurvedic items, right, children? Okay. So now what about the water? What about the water facility? So as I said that they will they have earned their livelihood, they'll earn their livelihood in a different ways. Okay children, so what about the water? So water generally they find it in a streams or springs, which is a natural water sources children. So there is no problem, there is no problem for water. And they can't dig wells also, because the total region is covered with heavy hard rocks. They can't dig bore wells also. So whatever the natural sources are there, like springs, streams, or like I would say natural resources, they will use it to fetch the water. Okay children, and if I say about the population, if we talk about the population, generally there we have only hardly 32 families we will find there. So if we calculate like per head wise, so we'll find only 124 members. So we will find only 124 members in this village. That means a very small village. Okay, very small village, right children? Okay, we'll talk about the customs now. Customs means what children? The traditions. So here these people, what they will do, they'll worship the god of nature. That means stone idol. Okay, they'll take a stone, okay, and they will worship as the god of nature. Because why they'll worship as a god of nature? Because the nature is giving them livelihood, that is forest. Okay children, so burra, round shaped dried bottle gourd, you know, no, bottle gourd, that also they will worship. And tadu, which is under tamarind trees called. Okay, so they will treat it as mutyalamma and they will worship them. Understood, children? And apart from this, they will also like how we celebrate our own traditions and festivals. They do have their own traditions and festivals, children. What they will do before starting the cultivation in the month of June, before that they will like I meant to say, they will gather in a group from different like villages, or like from different groups. They'll gather in one single place, and they will do the processions, and they will celebrate the festival type. Okay, children, they will celebrate like such as Yallan Padam and Kodatala Panduga and Bhimini Panduga. So these are the festivals what they celebrate. So they are like it's belong to their own traditions, children. Okay. And here if we talk about the school, as this place is a very remote area, so we don't find schools what we find in our like distinct places, children. So we hardly find one primary school, that is Girija. Okay, Girija school means, okay, only one primary school. You might have seen the movies also, the villages, how do you find a government school? Okay, so there is no proper facility or sources for the education. And due to the over exploitation and like over exploitation or depletion of forest and all, so these people, so they are in threaten, and they feel like their life is in threaten, and they don't have a proper future. So let's hope that the government will take some measures to improve their lifestyle. So with this, we are going to just wind up the journey, or wind up the journey what we have started to the like Penugolu. Okay, children. So and like if we take about the homework, children, for this session, we don't you don't have any homeworks. Please don't ask me for a homework again for this session. You have to read the lesson thoroughly, because already we have wind up the lesson completely. So we have end up the journey of Penogolo. So what you have to do, just you have to read the lesson thoroughly once again, what we have discussed in these two sessions. Okay, children? Fine. So with this, I'm just going to wind up the class. Thank you for being connected with me, children. Bye bye.